Why, hello everybody. Long time no see. It has literally been months. For anyone new here, my name is Tyler and welcome to Sparkle with Tyler. We do diamond painting here. We do some other crafting, but primarily we do diamond painting here. And this is a multi-month review and catch up because I've been MIA and I'm going to catch you up as to why. I swear I don't know what devil I disturbed on their weekend off, but my God, because I feel like things things are finally coming back together, but like, you know how like the devil's in the details? I don't know what I don't know. Your favorite ADHD raccoon has finally started to get her ducks in a row, and things are finally starting to fall back into place, but the people who have been following me for a little while know that like it's just been chaos this last year. I don't know what is going on, but yeah, I think that things are finally starting to settle. I apologize for being gone for so long. Trust me, it was not something I would have preferred to have done, but we're back now and I'm going to catch you all up. And then hopefully we'll be back to our standard regular uploading schedule, normal months in review, normal, whip and chats, all of that. So as I get started, normal standard procedure, going to go through all the small business stuff that we're working on today, or working with today, excuse me. I am out of practice. So we have our Firefly Nano tray. We have our Creations Morin diamond painting putty. This is a DAC multi-placer. It's probably an 8. I think that is all the small business stuff I have today on the table. I just need to get some fresh putty into my multi-placer because I have been diamond painting a lot. And again, I'm going to catch you all up on everything. And today we are working on Magic Arcades, which is finally almost done. So I'm just going to preface by saying I don't have any finishes to talk about. I know it's been 2 months. I don't have any finishes, and I think you'll understand why. At the end of this, I am not going to beat myself up over it. It's life, but I will have some on my next month in review because we are getting quite close to finishing Magic Arcades. And I am very excited about that because this has been a wait for a long time, as many of you know. Sorry for the noise. So, yeah, I'm going to break up this kind of catch-up into, I guess, like chapters and setups. I'm not going to go chronologically because it's just months of info. Yeah. So I have whips still, the current whips. There's been no new, I guess actually there has been some new starts. I started a freebie by Dreamer Designs, which you can actually see the kind of start video, the unboxing. I will link that. And so I started that one. It's called Over the Rainbow, I think. That's almost done because it's only a 30 by 30. But aside from that, I don't think I have any other starts. I really wanted to be conscientious and try and whittle down my whips so that I can just start working on other stuff. So that's the only new start. Hopefully that will be a finish very, very soon. And then, as you can see, this is like the main section of Magic Arcades that still needs to be done. I think it's less than 14 10 by 10 perforated pieces, and most of it's color blocking. So that's what we have in terms of whips. Again, I apologize, no finishes, but life is life. So breaking down kind of into where all the different stuff and what's been happening. We're going to have health, we're going to have house, work, social, then media, not social media. And then we're going to talk about the crafting stuff and kind of what we're looking at next month. So in terms of health, because, the ever looming ear and health situation. Let me get my notes all put together. Give me 1 second. Okay, I also wiggled this over a little bit so that I can read a little better. My last video was March 14th, which frankly, I really shouldn't have posted because I'd had surgery on my ear 4 days prior, right? So that was the last time I kind of chatted with you guys, and that was for the Autumn Magic unboxing because I kind of had this like, I have to know what's going on with these treasure cards inside. And I got super duper lucky. I ended up with a black treasure card in there. Not everyone did. You'll see some from some really awesome commenters. They let us know what they got in their boxes, and they didn't all get black cards, but it seemed like there was a really high ratio of black treasure cards that was in there. Anyway, I posted last time on March 14th, which was like 4 days after my surgery. For those of you who don't know, I had my eardrum rebuilt for a second time because there was a giant hole in it. So after that, long story short, surgery went really well. My ear I think it's finally fixed. I think we officially have a working ear that doesn't need to go to the doctor anymore. We will find out, but it seems like it's healing well. My hearing seems like it's coming back. It's got good signs. I'm really, really stoked. And just like normal like quote unquote pain, like when your eardrum is healing, it's not supposed to feel great. Occasionally you get some weird pain. So I have a really cool new scar behind my ear. I have a great new scar story, right? Like, it's all good. Aside from that, like, I got my teeth cleaned. The dogs separately got their teeth cleaned. We don't have the same dentist, obviously. Let's see. We're pretty sure that this was just a couple weeks ago. I'm trying to do this all chronologically, but like without weighing you down with on this date and this date and this date, because it's been months. A few weeks ago, my husband and I were pretty sure we caught norovirus, and it was awful. So that also kind of pushed back being able to post. It was like having the flu, like a week-long flu condensed down to 48 hours. And I got really, really dehydrated and actually almost ended up having to go to the hospital. 10 out of 10 do not recommend. And then, like, the last thing, I guess, to wrap up the health stuff is electrolysis is going really, really well. So, yeah, overall, like, ears good, norovirus bad, teeth clean. Yeah, all good. In terms of the house, because that's always the other big thing I talk about, right? The ever infamous hole in the ceiling. Since we last spoke, they re-inspected the hole in the ceiling. So I think we're on like inspection number 5, right? That was not long. I think that was the week after I had my ear surgery, dude. Anyway, they re-inspected the roof. We got a new couch. And for the record, like, our couch was a hand-me-down couch, which was really comfortable, but the couch broke. Like, all of a sudden, we were sitting on it. I don't know who sat on it. I think it was me, but all of a sudden it went crack. And, like, our couch was broken. And this couch was like 25 years old, so it lived its best life. And so we finally had to get a new couch. So we got a new couch. We love this new couch. It's a great napping couch. It's a little bit bigger, so you can have like 2 people and a dog comfortably, rather than like all trying to squeeze on it. And then you sitting down, the HOA fixed our roof. The roof, right? Because the roof was what was leaking. That's why we had the hole in the ceiling. They fixed the roof. And I say that slightly with air quotes because they didn't actually redo the roof, but the roof is no longer leaking. So we were able to put our solar panels back on, right? It's all coming together, right? And then, well, let me pause. By not having the solar panel, or by being able to put the solar panels back on, I don't know if I ever said this. Those solar panels, first of all, they are like over 6 feet tall. If you have never stood next to one, they're enormous. First of all, they're heavy as well, but they're huge. So if you have them sitting around in storage, like, I don't know, your office where you're supposed to be diamond painting and recording, for instance, they take up a massive amount of space. So I had those in my office for months. So to put them back up on the roof was it was amazing. It was like, I'm not a claustrophobic person, but it just was so freeing to not have those in here. It gave me so much space because I was so crammed in here. I wasn't even working my normal day job in here because things had gotten so cramped. So we were able to reinstall the solar. And then, like, I really hope you're sitting for this one. They fixed the hole in my ceiling. The HOA fixed the hole in my ceiling. Like, all the fighting, all of it. The months, 7 months. I had that hole in my ceiling for 7 months. I have a ceiling, y'all. Like, I have a normal ceiling, just like you. So, no more hole. And I have a safe, usable office again. So there's no solar panels in here. There's no hole in the roof. We can run like our air conditioning now or our heater. And it's not like, it's, you can hear it in my voice. Like, I have a safe, usable space again, right? Prior to this, I was shoved up in this room anytime I had to do like counseling or I had to do a meeting, but literally like this desk I'm working on was shoved in a corner against a wall behind the solar panels, behind the treadmill. I literally had to like walk around into this alcove. So it's so nice. So like once all that was taken care of, I was able to get in here and clean and reorganize, and I had really wanted to come in here and kind of like remodel the closet area and stuff so that we could like just make this a much better, more usable space. And so I've done like 3 donation like we don't actually do like donation runs. They will come and pick stuff up. So I've had them come 3 times, and it's so nice, and it's not done. I plan on doing a video once it's even closer to being done, because it's still kind of messy in here, but I have a dedicated safe space where I can record. I have space for my normal desk job stuff. My sewing machine is sitting next to me. It's so nice. I have a friend whose baby shower is in like a week and a half, and I'm like, oh, I have a space where I can actually sew a baby blanket if I want. That wouldn't have been even something I could have like just comfortably, that just would have been anxiety a couple weeks ago. Because this whole having a ceiling back was like within the last 3 or 4 weeks. So ear, ceiling, those were some of the biggest non-work stressors we were having over the last year. It's been so cool to have those just lifted. And now that I have like a designated storage place for my crafting stuff, and I never had a dedicated like sewing space. So, like all my fabric is getting put together, and the EPP stuff is getting put into its own kind of home. I'm thinking I'm going to be able to get a lot more done a lot faster. So that's cool. Like last night I spent 3 hours in here working on this specific diamond painting, and I'm happy. I'm hopeful. I'm joyful about crafting again. There was a point in time where I really wasn't feeling joyful. So it's really nice. It's just, I don't feel burned out like I did. And on that note, just work, because work is part of adulting for most of us. I've been really busy, but after, I don't know, like 3 quarters, so almost 9 months of being in just constant falling forward and burnout, and I don't know why this is not catching. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I had to go hunting for more putty. I think it's just gotten condensed down. Yeah, so after just almost a year now of just being constantly in like hyperdrive and constant just go, 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 go with work. I am finally caught up. I'm not constantly feeling like I have to grind and be on burnout and just in fight or flight to be trying to catch up with work all the time. I haven't felt that in so long, that just being able to relax is this, having work-life balance is just, I know that that's supposed to be something that you have normally, but to be able to just have it on the regular just feels like such a gift. It's not something I take for granted. And to be completely clear, I am busy. I've visited 11 facilities in a week, which is insane. And it wasn't like 7 days. I'm talking like in like 4 days I visited 11 places. So I'm busy, but I'm busy in a way that is not falling forward, stressed, constantly trying to catch up, just klaxons and alarms ringing. So I'm really, that has taken a lot of burden off of me too. And I'm sure because I'm feeling better and because the house is becoming, less cluttered, it all kind of works together, right? Um, I have kind of a saying that this office is a metaphor for where I am in my life. If this office is super duper messy, that usually means that my brain is super duper messy. And so, as Kronk has said, it's all come together, right? So, yeah, I have a ton of summer travel planned. I think I'm traveling like 6 different times in this upcoming summer through September. I have a couple personal trips and I have a couple work trips and I have a couple combined trips, but like I'm excited for most of them. And maybe I'll be able to kind of not take me. I will be taking me, but maybe I can take you along on some of them and just maybe show you the sights and when I return, and kind of maybe diamond paint in some weird places and kind of have fun with that. We'll see. Let me know kind of what you think about that. But I'm diamond painting more. That's, no matter what comes out of this, I'm diamond painting more. So that is a gift unto itself. In regard to being social and doing things with friends, etc., that's going well. There was a time where that just felt like it was too much to handle, and did it because it was good for me, but it was definitely a chore. Things are going good there too. So, I mean, I say that, and then the very first thing that's going to come out of my mouth is I went to a funeral. So that obviously wasn't a good thing, but I got to see people that I didn't see all the time. Unfortunately, like weddings, funerals, and baby showers tend to be the places where you see people that you don't normally see. But to see people was good, right? I was glad to see those individuals. I've been trying to see more friends for events like dinners and brunches and just stuff like that. And that's been nice. Especially just like because I haven't gotten to go see people. And on work trips, I typically don't get to see a lot of people. I have to really plan and schedule that time out. So just being social and catching up with people has been really wonderful. And then I've been trying to go to my like crafting social stuff. I had to miss it the week that we got norovirus, which totally understandable, but that's okay. There's always other months and weeks and stuff like that. At one of my work travel places, I found that there's a crafting group that I can go to, so that will be really nice when I'm in that area. I can just bring like my sewing or something that's easier to travel with and go to those craft groups. And then, oh, I've been going to the gym with some friends really consistently, so that's been really good for me too. I'm sure that is kind of playing into some of why I'm feeling good right now as well. So, yeah, like in a nutshell, since that's kind of the theme of how this is going today, like that's all the social stuff. That's how things are going, and trying to keep that up with kind of some wisdom to take some time off as well. Hubby and I have been trying to make sure that we carve out some time for for us and to, watch like our favorite shows or just hang out and with the dogs to the park or whatever it is. Because he's really busy with his job too. And so it's really good for us to just kind of hang out and decompress and all of that too. Media, like what am I watching? What am I, listening to? All of that. I have been I watched a ton of TV while I was recovering from surgery. Ironically, even though I couldn't really hear, closed captioning rocks. Also, I had one good ear, so it was like watching everything in mono hearing. I found Hacks and fell in love with that show. I say that, but it's gnarly. So I've been watching Hacks. I'm up to date completely with it. I watched all of White Lotus in like a week. I think, 3 seasons of White Lotus in a week while I was on the couch all laid up. I watched The Pit, which is really intense, but it's very good. Especially if you know a little bit about the healthcare industry and doctors and stuff like that. But I will say that one, if you have not seen it and you intend to watch it, I would definitely go into it knowing there's pretty much a trauma trigger for every single person. And if it's something you're concerned about, definitely go to does the dog die? And check to see if that's something you need to skip an episode or just be ready for. I've been watching / listening to a lot of stand-up comedy while I've been diamond painting, just because given that the world is on fire all the time, I need levity in my day. And also it's just at the end of the day, I kind of want to just have some funnies. It's a nice way to kind of wrap up the workday. And then I've been actually trying to get more into podcasts because I've been burning through so much television so quickly. And after a while, I feel like I'm going to run. I know this is crazy because it's not going to happen, but I feel like I'm running out of television to watch. I was joking last night, I'm going to have to end up on a Days of Our Lives or something because I burn through TV so much between listening to it at work and in general, just having it on when I am diamond painting. I can watch a season of something in two days. So if anyone has any recommendations, I really need them. So I've been listening to History for Weirdos. I started The Righteous Gemstones last night, and I'm already 6 episodes in, so gonna run out of that soon. And then what else? Ooh, that's not good. I've been kind of on a kick with Max, like a lot of their shows. So I started watching Hollywood Demons, but I kind of have to come up for air on that show. That one's a lot. And then I've been watching a lot of Dropout because that's a lot of humor too. I hope this all fits. And then, I've been watching a lot of their Fantasy High and Dungeons and Drag Queens. And then, what else? Oh, I've been reading The Color of Magic by Terry Pratchett. And I think... Oh, and for YouTube, I've been watching a lot more of The Stitchery and Last Homely House. I particularly like Last Homely House when I'm working, like daytime job, because it's just, she's so sweet. She reminds me of just like your favorite person, like your favorite neighbor that you go see and just run into and talk to for an hour. I really, really, really like her. So that's all of the stuff I've been watching and doing and seeing. There's a lot of it, but I mean, if you kind of think about it, it's really not, because we're talking about months of stuff. And I was racking my brain trying to figure out what I've been watching, and I know that's not everything. So there's more, but if I don't write it down when it comes on and when I watch it, I'm not going to remember it all. So there's all the media. There's all the people I've been hanging out with. In regards to crafting, obviously a big part of what's going on is I've been remodeling this office, and I did have like a minor tragedy. I have talked in the past that I used the app Time Cop to log all of my crafting time data, all of that. And when I went to go upgrade my phone, or my, not my phone, but my IO, let me just pause. When I went to go update the UI for Android, because I'd been like holding off and holding off and holding off for a while. I finally was like, oh, okay, it's been like 3-4 weeks. I think I'm ready. When it updated, my entire Time Cop data got corrupted. And I have nothing left except for data that I no longer need. I have one project. I have the flower buns data, and that's it. So, super bummed. Great learning experience. I am no longer obviously using Time Cop because it crashes every time I open it. And yeah, I even tried to pull the data onto my computer and just pull the CSV files. They're gone. Everything's just gone. And I even tried to contact the developer, and nothing. I went onto their forums, nothing. It looks like the original creator has just abandoned the project and just abandoned it. I don't know. I don't want to speak for the person. So that was a huge blow, because I really use that data to inform my decision making on projects, and I was using that data to kind of understand how long it was going to take me to get through my stash. It's okay, right? Ultimately, at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world, but as a data nerd, it was kind of a bit of a gut punch. And you know, we will rebuild. I already started using, I think it's called Toggle Task, which is cloud-based. And I really like it. It's got a lot of the same functionality. It's actually a little better. And it's just going to take time to get some of that data back. Unfortunately, I lost some of my start and end dates on projects, and I had not updated my diamond painting journal. So I'm just going to have to wing some of it. And that's okay. It was a learning experience there too, about not to assume that data will be there later. And there is definitely truth to historians and archivists and all of that saying, like, ultimately print media is king in terms of keeping things safe. So those print media last longest. So yeah, that was the bad news. The good news is I've made a lot of progress in getting my diamond painting stash. I keep a spreadsheet. I will post a video about the spreadsheet someday. I got that more up to date. I actually was working on it this morning prior to recording, and I have worked on a lot of sewing. I sewed a lot while I wasn't feeling well, because I just didn't feel great enough to trust myself in terms of not dropping. I drop drills when I don't feel good. I just will drop. I'm just klutzy. But with sewing, I don't typically like poke myself, stab myself with needles when I sew. So, and even if I do, it's still really minor. It's only like a quick poke. So I sewed a lot more. And also it was something I could pick up and put down very quickly. So, pun intended. So I was sewing on my EPP project a lot more. And since then I've kind of put it down for a while. And yeah, Hexie Quilt is kind of in hiatus, but I will, let me actually grab it real fast. let's see. This is box 1 of the Hexies. Sorry, it's not going to be completely in focus, but that's one of the boxes. And then this is box 2 with a whole bunch of squares in it. And then the whole bottom is filled with basted Hexies. So there's been a lot of basting Hexies. There's been a lot of making 2.5-inch strips. And I kind of take that project with me when I am going to, say, get my hair cut or something, when I know I'm going to be sitting and waiting, and not necessarily able to like read. But other than that, if I can't bring a diamond painting with me. So, but otherwise it's on hiatus. Again, I had no finishes. Talked about that at the top. But there's definitely going to be finishes like this week. I definitely will have Magic Arcades finished. And I'm really trying to get that Over the Rainbow diamond painting finished so I can do a review on it. Things like that. It's a lot of just catching up on the channel. I just wasn't here to post and talk to you and hang out and do whips. And just for the record, I missed you guys. I missed everyone. I know it sounds silly, but it really is a way for me to connect with the outside world as someone who doesn't really get to be out that much. I know I said, oh, I went and visited a whole bunch of places, but I don't actually go out that much. And so it's been nice. I just realized I have been diamond painting where you cannot see. So sorry. What else? But yeah, now you're totally caught up on 2.5 months worth of life and diamond painting and chaos and home and ears and office reno and just everything. I am so glad to be back. I don't think I'm going to articulate that very well. And I am really excited to come back strong and post again a couple times a week and keep you caught up on all the cool, fun things and just life in general. I would love to know what you're working on. It's always fun to find out what everyone's working on in terms of their projects, and just, have you had any finishes since we've last caught up? I'm sure you have, probably more than me. Yeah, let me know. Also, if you are able, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It really, really, really does help this channel grow. Let YouTube know that we're here. Especially since the channel has been absent for a little while, it will kind of jumpstart the algorithm again for us. And as always, standard operating procedure from the bottom of my heart, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope things in your little corner of the world are doing okay. The world is on fire. But aside from that, my name is Tyler, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.